Well, it is undoubtedly one of the most eagerly anticipated fixtures in the English game, as two historical heavyweights square up to each other, ready to go blow for blow in what remains one of the game's intense rivalries. There are some that argue, and with some validity, that the significance of this fixture has diminished to a small extent since its heyday back in the 90s and mid-2000s, when these two teams were lapping up the lion's share of silverware season after season. Times have changed since, thanks largely to the emergence of other ambitious teams, but there is no doubt that this remains one of the hottest tickets around. It has the history, it has the hype, and it has always provided high entertainment. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation, as to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Well, this is undoubtedly a mouth-watering encounter. Certainly it has played a significant part in the history of the English game.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Up he goes! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. It's headed upfield. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lahm crosses it in. Oh, smashing header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bullet is offering a wry smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Punched away. And it's Vieira. Might be danger here. Cruyff. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's there to belt it away. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great ball, and he's in here. He's cut it out, and he's quick to get it clear again. Arsenal are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Davids. Back into the middle. Cruyff.
Arsenal really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Well, the defence have two choices: deal with the man or deal with the space.
Great hit! Oh, that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. Kaká is there to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Maldini. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Kaká. And Serginho. And it's Romario. And it's Beckham. Cruyff. Half an hour played now. Cruyff. Oh, what a climb! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Number 12.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Chance! It's in! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
After 34 minutes is
Manchester United get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
Van Dijk cuts it out. It's run loose here. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. He can get that clear. Works it forward. Now he's off and running.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Gullit. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. 5 minutes till the break. Serginho. Kaka. Adams. And it's Rijkaard. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Stood up well to him there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Beckham providing an outlet on that flank. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And this could be the final action of the first half. Check, will they claim to that? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And the whistle goes for half-time. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2 on the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
Arsenal head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2 goals to... Shot a goal! It's in!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
And now he has 2.
49 minutes is number
So the lead
20.
now is 2.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
Nicked it back promptly. Bale. And it's Romario. Oh, super find. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard. Now it's Gullit. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Looking to widen the gap even further here. Beckham is standing... Beckham! Loose ball now, and there's a chase onto it. And again! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here. Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
And yes, it's him again. Arsenal grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Thuram. Oh, that's a fine interception. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Romario.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
It's going to be another throw. Vieira. Rijkaard. Gullit is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Has a look and place it forward. And it's Maldini. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Shot could be on. Maldini. Lahm clears it away. Cleared without hesitation. Kaká. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Peter, the keeper knows that even if his wall is perfect, it doesn't serve as any guarantee here.
Bullet! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Thuram. Now Kaká. And it's Gullit. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ah, good steal. He just read it. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lahm has it in a wide position. Defending of the desperate variety.
Gullit really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
So what can they make of this? Pass just lacking in accuracy. Thuram. So nearly the perfect ball.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Van Basten. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Substitution in progress.
Just wouldn't stay down for him.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Gullit, under an awful lot of pressure. He's had it taken off him. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. He's found the way through. Great chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Davids. And here's Cruyff. Romario. Thuram does really well to win the ball there. Beckham. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And it's Bale. Good spot, he's seen the run. That's been drilled forward. Van Basten looks to get on the end of this. Adams. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Arsenal can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance. Well, it is undoubtedly one of the most eagerly anticipated fixtures in the English game, as two historical heavyweights square up to each other, ready to go blow for blow in what remains one of the game's intense rivalries. There are some that argue, and with some validity, that the significance of this fixture has diminished to a small extent since its heyday back in the 90s and mid-2000s, when these two teams were lapping up the lion's share of silverware season after season. Times have changed since, thanks largely to the emergence of other ambitious teams, but there is no doubt that this remains one of the hottest tickets around. It has the history, it has the hype, and it has always provided high entertainment. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation, as to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Well, this is undoubtedly a mouth-watering encounter. Certainly it has played a significant part in the history of the English game.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
And already we're underway here. He is through here. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game, but he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Quarter of an hour played. Maldini.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And it's Van Basten. Bale. That is great defending, so alert. He can get that clear. And it's Rijkaard. Manchester United trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Gullit concedes a free kick for that. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That is good alertness. Gullit.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example. Arsenal really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Well, the defence have two choices: deal with the man or deal with the space.
That's really well cleared. And it's played forward. That's been cut out, well played. Thuram gets over and intercepts. Oh, it's Van Basten. And it's Gullit. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yamal. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Beckham. He rises! Davids. That's good play. Collar. Oh, that was vital. And they've got rid. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Thuram. Davids. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Cruyff. That is lovely. Lahm. Bale did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly... And this is Gullit. Shapes to shoot! Goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Manchester United have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Oh, what a climb! He scores! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And there's the end of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. So your views on the first half?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really entertaining.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And we are back underway. Climbs up big! He's delivered all right!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Bale, and he's certainly onside here. Vieira, and he's had it nicked away.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Davids, now that looks a decent ball. He's got the shot away! Collier, nicely weighted ball, and the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bullet is offering a wry smile there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 2 then. Beckham goes short. Tries to get it clear. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Van Basten. Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Bale puts them all in. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Yamal. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Bale. Pulls it back. Tries a header! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
He's got away. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, he's been caught. Can he finish? And it's in. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game? How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Number 20.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 6, Jan Koller.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 21.
Arsenal go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
15.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion.
Mbappe!
Coming on the field. Number
Yeah, that's top
11.
defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Van Basten. Number 4.
Now it's Gnabry.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Substitution in progress.
Into the last 5 minutes. Nicely worked. Buffon chooses to deal with it himself. Gnabry. Messi. And Donatoni. He just refused to budge, and he's got his way. Vieira.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Hullet.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's really well manoeuvred. And the pass is intercepted. Messi. Donatoni. And that's that. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done. Well, it is undoubtedly one of the most eagerly anticipated fixtures in the English game as two historical heavyweights square up to each other, ready to go blow for blow in what remains one of the game's intense rivalries. There are some that argue, and with some validity, that the significance of this fixture has diminished to a small extent since its heyday back in the 90s and mid-2000s, when these two teams were lapping up the lion's share of silverware season after season. Times have changed since, thanks largely to the emergence of other ambitious teams, but there is no doubt that this remains one of the hottest tickets around. It has the history, it has the hype, and it has always provided high entertainment. Havertz shapes to shoot! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Number 17.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Hullet. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Played into space out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a good run down the left. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Vieira wins the duel this time.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Beckham, he has found a way through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Maldini getting this one clear. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cruyff, Beckham, oh, it's Beckham. Oh, what a climb! And he's denied! Adams gets good distance on it. Donatoni. Arsenal are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Beckham. Maldini calmly anticipates.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Vieira. And it's Van Basten. And Donatoni. Vieira. Gullit. Davids, and now the breakaway. Cruyff. Oh, this is a very good run. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Van Basten. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's a superb pass.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Cruyff with the clearance. Oh, that's delightful. Kaká. That's an excellent interception. Beckham. Davids. Beckham.
Lahm really added the width there thanks to his willingness.
Up he goes! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A great delivery and a finish to match.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 36 minutes is
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Rijkaard. Arsenal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Couldn't squeeze it through. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
And here's Beckham.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping.
Terrific header! They've got to be quick to recover this. Deftly away. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Vieira. Gullit. And they can counter here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Donatoni. Vieira. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Neymar. Shot a goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He rises! It's a goal! And right on half-time, that is telling. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's...
And the half-time whistle goes. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2 on the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Arsenal come in at half-time, largely satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Donatoni. Hullet. Decent hit! Tried the volley, but no.
Hullet cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Vieira. And it's Cruyff. Salam. Cruyff. Hullet. Rijkaard. Now it's Van Basten. He's got space in the area. Oh, what has happened here? He's got full.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, this is a great position. Hullet was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's straight offside.
The attendance for this match was 60,332.
Cruyff charging forward, the ball at his feet. There's the shot! No mistake! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So the lead now is 2.
Look, it's a whole different ball game now, Peter, and it's a test of how they manage affairs from here.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Gently done. Oh, nicely intercepted. Davids. Cruyff. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's found the way through. Big header! And that has been clubbed away. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Back in once more. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. He gets big. Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 6.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Didier Drogba. Number 12.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's good vision. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that could set him on his way. Rijkaard cuts it out. And it's Makelele. He's tried one! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Now it's Gullit. Yamal looking to run onto it. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Basten.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Gullit. Yamal. Vieira. Serginho. And it's Messi. Yamal. And here's Gullit. Gives it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
That's really well manoeuvred. Makelele. It's a really well-measured ball. Climbs up big! Arrived on cue, but fluffed his line.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Rijkaard. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Oh, a delicate chip through. That's beautifully weighted. And time is up. Arsenal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do.